Hey guys, wow, pretty bullish day today. Pretty crazy to see this right here. So right here we were playing in a really nice rising wedge, and interestingly enough, right about here we broke down and broke that rising wedge. It looked like we were going for a really aggressive end of day sell-off back to 394 area, but however that JPM Morgan news article came out right around here about the 10% rally tomorrow, and then you can just see end of day it's just took off. So interestingly enough, this is the biggest green day pre-CPI that we have had since March, and this is the biggest move the VIX has had up pre-CPI since April. So we're at some pretty crazy levels here right now. Going over to SPY here, I'm very kind of surprised, to be honest, to see this green day today. All the technicals really pointed with this hammer candle right here after this breakdown. This pointed to downside and the rejection at the 8 EMA plus this bear channel, but we broke through that. We did fight really hard at this 396.2 level, and that wasn't, or I guess it was closer to 395.5 level. Most of the day, and that looked like we were going to get that end of day sell off because we just couldn't quite break through that in the 20 EMA, but we are through that now. So we go and get rid of this and we get through this. So pretty much if you zoom out here, we are just in a massive consolidation period. Since last CPI, like I said in my post over the weekend on Friday, we are just stuck. We've only been in this about 3.7% range, I think it was, since CPI, and we just haven't done a whole lot of anything. So I would expect a big move up or down, hopefully to start forming here on SPY. So if we expect about a 2 to 3% move tomorrow, basically we finished dead middle of this purple channel right here. We're either going to close over or break open over 405.2, or we're going to close under 309.1 tomorrow. And I really believe that's going to start the next leg up. I am still worried or under the impression that if CPI beats tomorrow and we do get a green day, that FOMOC is going to drop us. I think we could, on a green CPI especially, open green on FOMOC day, but I think about 2:30 we're going to drop. I think either way we'll get a green open on FOMOC because people are expecting the 50 basis point, and I think either way we'll open green. There's a chance that with a miss on CPI we could see a red FOMOC open, but historically this year, no matter what, it's always been green open. So those are kind of the two levels I'm going to watch for. As long as we hold under 407.7 tomorrow also, we really could still end up in this bear market, which is even wilder. So taking a look at Tesla here, we have this huge bear channel going right here. It dates all the way back to here. I need to update some of these levels here. But we also have this falling wedge going right here too with this red bear channel. So we have broken back into this. I ended up taking some nice puts this morning on this 8 EMA rejection and breaking this blue support line. So now we're looking at a possible double bottom right here at this 167.8 level. So we could double bottom if we get a good CPI and push back up and start aiming for this high side of 197 of this resistance this consolidation channel, or we're going to break down and close under 166, and we're going to start going down here. This will put in a new 52-week low on Tesla. So interestingly enough, end of day today, if you look here, when Tesla just sold off all day. Obviously, Apple's green, Microsoft, Google's not that green, Nvidia's pretty green, but a lot of the stocks didn't really take the pop at the end of the day like everybody else did. So Tesla was not on board with the rally. So it's kind of interesting to watch. So take a look at the VIX. I mentioned on Friday that I was looking for a close somewhere between this 23 and 25 level, and we closed right at 25.01. So now the question is this starting the next leg down? Or we're going to start pushing back to the 30s, which very well, if we get a miss tomorrow on CPI, we are definitely probably going to see the VIX over 28.3. However, a beat on CPI and we'll gap fill and most likely end up somewhere in the 22s. So we're kind of at a really key pivot point here. So I mentioned in my Discord, and I posted the analysis and everything on that I still think a strangle is a good move. The biggest worry is, especially today at the end of the day with this run up, is that the call side is not going to print. So looking at all the numbers and stuff like that, the consensus for year over year is 7.3, so we should be looking for somewhere between 7.1 and 7.5. That's probably going to beat regardless, but consensus has actually been coming in low. The actual reading has been coming under consensus, which does not usually happen. So usually the actual reading is higher than consensus on Bloomberg, on Cleveland Nowcast, and on consensus. So I'm looking for the higher side. So we're going to be somewhere probably like 7.4 to 7.5 on year over year, somewhere like 0.4 to 0.5 on month over month CPI, which will be a miss, and I think markets are not going to like that. And core is going to be somewhere like 6.2 to 6.3, so that could be a no change. And we could really see a higher surprise on core. Core can have a little bit more of a variation, so we could even see like 6.4. And if we get a year over miss on core, that's going to be real bad for them, real bearish. And then core month over month, we're looking at 0.4 to 0.5, which is going to be a miss regardless. So we're kind of got a mixed bag here. I don't think we're going to get the upside move that we got last time, just because this is almost expected. Last time was kind of more of a surprise. I think there was a lot more bearish people, and the forecast was kind of meh. But this one is a lot more, we're expecting the upside. So same thing looking at Bloomberg's numbers. They're calling for almost identical, but they say their core is going to be a little bit lower. But it'll be definitely interesting to see. And looking at nowcast inflation, month over month on core and CPI for the Cleveland Fed looks far worse, and so does really core CPI year over year on Cleveland Fed than everything else. So that'll be interesting, and that almost makes me think we're going to miss to the upside. I ended up just playing puts. I couldn't do as small as I wanted just because of to play the size I wanted, just because of the premium cost, but I did end up just going a smaller. So I sized down compared to what I would have done if I did a strangle. I ended up playing just puts. I'm going to be looking for a red open, obviously. If not, it's not a big deal. It is what it is. It's worth the risk to me. And then we'll just kind of, whatever happens tomorrow happens. Green or red, doesn't matter. Then we'll just start looking at FOMOC. I posted the FOMOC trade plan to the Discord. Look on the left side there for the level 2 people. And we'll just kind of take it from there. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. Thank you for tuning into this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like to stay updated with my most recent videos. There is a lifetime Discord link there for you guys. If that one doesn't link, just go ahead and send me a message and I'll get you guys a new one. Some of the benefits of the Discord is there's a live trading, live intraday commentary. I also do an updated pre-market with support and resistance levels every day. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Reddit.